Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. Hope you guys having a great day and at least a better weekend. You know, I like watching movies, and then sometimes I hear lines in movies, and then in my cuckoo coco over here, I come up with funny stuff. Well, at least I think they're funny. So, like, I was watching Hobbs and Shaw recently, and the line where Idris Elba says, "I'm Black Superman." I ended up looking at myself in the mirror and said, "I'm Hawaiian Superman." So when I came back out, my wife was asking who I was talking to, and I told her I was talking to myself. So she asked me to repeat what I said, and I did. And I told her, but I'm not talking about like the Israel Kamakavivole song, Maui, Hawaiian Superman. No. I was talking about Ahuna, the Hawaiian Superman. So she asked, okay, Hawaiian Superman, what is your kryptonite? So again, my mind went in the cuckoo direction, and I said, I'm diabetic, so it'll have to be Kulolo. Basically, it can be any sugary treat, but Hawaiian Superman, Kulolo is, to me, the sweetest a Hawaiian dessert can get. For you people out there who don't know what Kulolo is, it's a poi pudding, taro pudding. And if done right, bruh, Kanaka attack can, and usually does happen after you eat it. It also tastes well with ice cream. So well that somebody was smart enough to combine the two, and now they sell it. Kulolo ice cream. And I gotta say, it is great. But if you throw on just a little pinch of caramel, especially salted caramel, that is a winner. So while we're on the subject of food, I would have to say that Kulolo is my number one go-to dessert. Number two, I really never put nothing at number two, but I saw a video on TikTok that brother was at a place called Aloha Mamacitas, and the dessert was called an ubebe, a long john filled with ube filling. Next time I'm in that area, I'm definitely gonna try it out because 1, I love ube. 2, I love ube. And 3, yep, I love ube. If you guys got a chance to catch my last video, that was aimed at, trying to maybe earn extra money. But that story was not a lie. It is not a lie. And even to this day, last I knew of, the people that were in those positions not utilizing it to the fullest because once you get into the position of being relaxed. So as a mover, let me just say the money, so when you know it's there and you know how to get it, you'll do nothing or you'll stop at nothing to get it. Nothing will stop you from getting it. But there will, believe me, there will come a day when you realize, or your supervisors realize, that time for you to get off the road. And I suggest that you get off the road. For all you movers out there who might be watching this, I suggest you get off the road on your own terms. Don't let your supervisors be the one to tell you time for you to get off the road, because you will never ever be satisfied with it. Somewhere deep in your head, you're going to tell yourself, they think I cannot. While you telling yourself, I know I still can. Trust me. When your body tell you for stop, stop. See if you can move up into the supervisor position. And as a supervisors, you sit, you get to relax, and that's when everybody really starts to judge you. Like, wow, look, this guy, he was one of us, but now he not. But in reality, you really still are, if you're looking out for their best interests. Because, even though they say friends is friends, but not while we're working, when you become a supervisor, that really is number one. Because you cannot think with your heart, you gotta think with not just the pocket, your friendships, customers' feelings, paperwork, anything. You gotta look at the whole picture. Really take on pen on paper, draw on big circle on a paper, and just look at it. And you're not really looking for anything. You're looking for, make sure that you never leave any holes. No holes in the marking you made. Because if you make a circle and there's a hole in your game. And I suggest you, as a supervisor, go back and analyze your game, analyze your plan. Put yourself in their shoes and see if you can come up with any loopholes. And if you do, fix it. I did that every day. And I really couldn't fix my fuck ups, because most of the guys under me, I trained them, and most of them followed what I was doing. It wasn't wrong, it's just the mentality. And the mentality was bulletproof. It really was. Then I realized, so like in the moving industry, when you pack the crates up and you have to put the door on, the number one rule when you put the door on is you have to caulk the door. The purpose of that is to stop water from getting into the crate. But we all know water is the most dangerous force of nature out there. If it wants in, it'll get in. If you don't believe me, take one Ziploc bag, put it down, push all the air out of it, seal it, put tape around it as many times as you like, and then run them underwater. You can run them under dripping water, or just one constant flow of water for a while, like a downpour. Then take that tape off, open up that Ziploc bag, and tell me what you get. I would say 99.9% of the chances are you're gonna have water in that Ziploc bag. But I have more to that story. I was just covering mostly the doing pickups. There's also the delivery, which was set money. A lot of drags came along with it, but sometimes it was worth it. Most times it wasn't, but it was your job. And as a supervisor, I couldn't get you out of most parts of that job. Just had to do it. It was an a la carte service to the members, to the customers. It was like their dessert. But I have more to that story. If you guys ever want to hear about it, drop a comment, let me know. So all these videos I'm doing, like I said, I'm practicing or learning how to make professional videos. I cannot do bullet points. I cannot put them on the cue cards. Mostly because I cannot read them, and mostly because I cannot write still yet. But I'm more like a from the hip kind of guy when it comes to cutting a promo, trying to sell things. It's genuine. Sometimes it works, most times it don't. Just gotta keep trying, find a way. But with these videos, it's kind of supposed to let the customers get an insight to me. I know I should be serious, but really, if you're too serious, sometimes it'll take a toll on you quicker than you would want it to. And maybe that's my downfall, not being too serious with it. But let's face it, I think me walking better without using anything to hold me up is far more important than making a sale. So all these videos I'm making, it's supposed to be gunned towards getting me revenue, getting me commissions and stuff like that. Because I don't know how long Social Security gonna last. Nobody ever really knows. I mean, they said that I'll get it until the day I go back to work, but they're the government. They can always change their mind and say, we gave you enough. But I was working my ass off for damn near 30 years. And I checked the IRS website, and they have a link where you can see how much money you've made in your lifetime working. And my account was pretty much up there. I was amazed at how much I actually really made. And then I saved here and there, not consistently. But then something always came up, or light bulbs always flashed in my head, or most of the times I was that kid looking in the store window, the candy store window. I did a lot of candy store window shopping and I almost always walked through the door not soon after. So money comes and goes. If you have other means of making you happy, they're good for you. Your kuleana, your choice. Sometimes later on in life, it'll beat you in your head why you did this, why you did that. But for me, I think helping people, and especially now getting myself going, is more important than getting the commission, earning an income. Even if the government stops giving me my checks, it'll suck because I have a lot of bills to pay. I would just have to find another way. So with these editing that I'm trying to practice, with these videos that I'm trying to learn how to do to make myself look more professional, this is me and my professional element, being myself. The person never changes. The situation never changes. I'm the kind of guy who likes to wear tank tops, shirts, mostly tank tops, surf shorts, jean shorts, regular shorts, and slippers to work. If you can find that ideal job, it's great. At the moving company, we had dress code, but we could wear shorts. They didn't mind the surf shorts as long as it was not too loud. You could wear jean shorts as long as never have pukas. You couldn't wear tank tops, and I used to get in trouble a lot because I used to cut the sleeves off of my shirts, the company shirt that they gave. Most companies, you gotta buy your company shirt. This one, never have to. But then after cutting them up so much, they started telling me, one day you're gonna pay for your shirts. We're not giving you the shirts for you for cut them up. Because I have a lot of tattoos, really, and they like the workers to be professional looking, and tank tops is not professional. But for me, they was. But I used to ask the customers if my tattoos would offend them, or if I could change into something more comfortable. Most times they said yes. Sometimes they said no. Their house, their belonging, their property, their rules. What you really couldn't do was wear slippers. Slipper day was every day. But you gotta keep your shoes next to you, because if your boss come or the inspectors come, you gotta be able to make them beeline to that bathroom or into one room where you can block off the entrance quick, put on your shoes, hide your slippers, let them see you with your shoes on, because the inspectors never care about your shirts. Because even if it wasn't their fault, if I got hurt on US government property because I wasn't wearing shoes, I was wearing slippers, initially it wouldn't be their fault. But after all the paperwork you gotta go through, it'll eventually fall back on them, and then they gotta pay. Not much, but they gotta pay. Or at least that's what I was told. I never worked for them personally, but I developed relationships, great friendships with the inspectors. Not so they don't get me in trouble, but as opposed to everybody always being so standoffish with everybody. The customers being standoffish with the inspectors being standoffish with me, I'm being standoffish with them. Sometimes the relationship between the customers and myself was kind of standoffish. And when it was, that's when I had to let my work speak for itself. It was fun. Irritating, but fun. And it was always about the money. Always. Because I knew if you can do your math, whether in your head or on a calculator or whatever's, and you put the numbers aside of what is, what was, or what could be, you would stick around because you're going to push yourself to get to the what can be, what could be. On the delivery end, it was that's just what it was. It's there right in front of you. Go get it. Sometimes it wasn't great, so you really never care about getting it. But sometimes it was looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Pour water over them, what you get? You get the rainbow, and that money that's there was a pot of gold, so you would find them and you would get them. So yeah, let me know if you guys getting irritated with this video, or if you guys like me finish that story, or whatever's. This video is supposed to drive you guys to another site, another one of my opportunities. But if I'm being my true self, there will not be there will not be a link to get you to a site. So I can make money. Hope you have a great day, a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys bye later. Aloha.
That's all, folks.